Now we've set our strings in WordPress to be translatable, we now need some software to scan our code, extract the text we made translatable, and then list these words so we can actually translate to our desired language. This process is often referred to as localization. To allow us to do this, I'm going to use a piece of software called POEdit, which is really popular and one I've used for many years. If we go to Google and search for POEdit, or we can go directly to poedit.net. This is available for Mac, Windows and Linux, so click on the free download for your operating system. While this is downloading, remove any additional HTML files which you have in the sidebar, such as the contact and the blog.html, since these HTML files are no longer needed in our project. Once this is done, the next step is to create a new folder inside of the root of the project and call this folder languages. This is going to be the location where we're going to store our translated files. And the next step is to go over to the functions.php, and we can tell WordPress where this languages folder is located. We do this with a function called load theme text domain. Inside here, we pass in two arguments. The third one is tranquilwp as our text domain. The second one is the location of this languages folder. We already know how to point to the root of our directory. We can do this with a function called getTemplateDirectory. After this, we can then add onto the end with the dot, the string of / languages. Semicolon at the end. Make sure this file is saved and then we can go back over to POEdit. Let's open up this as the zip, extract the contents, and then we can open up POEdit by double clicking. Open this up. Okay, so once this is all installed, we're then taken to this welcome screen. And you may think we just click on the Translate WordPress theme or plugin link, but unfortunately this is a paid option. But don't worry, we can still do things manually using this free version. If we go to the options at the top of the screen and click on File and then New, we then asked for the language we want to translate to. If you are not ready or unable to translate, don't worry, you can still select any language here for practice purposes. I'm going to choose Spanish and then click OK. The next step is to save this file, so click on File and then Save. We'll then need to save this in the location of our languages folder. Mine is stored in the root of my system as a user, then in local sites. So Tranquil Spa, into the app section. Then we need to go to WP content, themes, grab our theme folder, and then the languages folder just here. Click on save. If you are using MAMP, you will need to go into the htdocs and then go through the WP content, themes, and so on. If you're unsure where your theme is located, you can of course go to local by flywheel and check out the file path at the top here. If we go back over to our text editor and then open the sidebar, our languages folder created now has two files. The name of ES, since this is a Spanish translation, and then we have a .mo file, which stands for machine object, and then a .po file, which stands for portable object. These are our translation files, which contain both the original text and also the translations. The only difference being the file format. .po is a text file and .mo is a binary file for computers. Don't worry about these too much since WordPress knows how to use both of them. Then back over to POEdit. Back to the start screen. We can now extract the text strings from our theme, and we'll do this by clicking on Extract from Sources. Inside here, we need to add the path to our theme folder, so click on this, add folders. Then we need to go to our location where our theme is stored. Mine is in local sites, Tranquil Spa, app, public, WP content, themes, tranquil WP, open this. And then we need to go over to the sources keywords tab. And here we need to tell POEdit how to find the text strings in our theme. So the way it's going to find the translation text in our theme is to scan through all of the code and then look for the translation functions, which we're going to list here. For the full list of these translation functions, we can go to the developer.wordpress.org and then take a look for the internationalization section. In the sidebar, we'll have a list of localization functions, which we can click on. We are basically going to be adding in all of these functions, which will tell POEdit to scan for all of this code and then find the strings inside. So let's go back over to POEdit and we can go ahead and list all of these. So the first one is the double underscores. We don't need to add the brackets. The next one is underscore E, underscore X, underscore EX, then underscore N, underscore NX, underscore N, underscore Noop. After this, we have underscore NX, underscore Noop, translate, Nooped plural, escape HTML, ESC underscore HTML. The next one is escape HTMLE. Once this is done, we then click OK to extract all of the translation ready functions from our WordPress theme. Give us a few moments to go through and pull in all the contents which it needs. Okay, once this is done, we get back a list of all the translatable strings which we set. We can click on any of these, such as SPA facilities, and then we can get a recommendation over on the right hand side. These are just recommendations, so do be sure to double check these before using in production. We can click on these. This then populates the translation section at the bottom. We can of course edit this ourselves and type in the translation directly. And all we need to do is go through each one of these and then translate. Once we're done with translating all the words in our theme, we can then save this file. And this is then saved into our translation section. And it's available to load up into our theme. We can of course go through this multiple times too and save this for different languages. So once we are done with all this, we can save this file and then we're left with our own theme translation.